Welcome to the Startup Grind.
Talk quickly about some of the added value things that you guys do. Are you going to join my board? Are you going to help me hire? Are you going to help me, strategically? What are the? And I know it varies, right, by company and by expertise, right? Like you kind of said earlier. If they need me, if it's my domain expertise, yeah, I might join the board. But what would you say generally? Someone could expect. What value add do they get from you?
So if we help you put the round together and we buy 10% of the company, typically we'll join the board. And I only sit on 6 boards, and for me to join a new board, I have to leave one of the existing 6 boards, and that's a good way of just self-limiting the time I spend on board seats. And typically after 2 years, which is the time by which you will either be dead or funded by the next guy, I will leave the board. In terms of support, so think of the seed stage as being really different from the traditional VCs that do Series A. At Series A level, you work with one partner and you're one interface to the sort of traditional VC world. When you invest, you get an investment from a bunch of seed guys. It's a syndicate, it's a collection of angels, micro VCs, these days, traditional VCs, and your goal as an entrepreneur is really to try and maximize the value you're going to get from that syndicate. So you're going to pick, people who are really good at, your vertical and customer acquisition and potentially monetization and so on and so forth, so that the collection of expertise and skill set will be really sort of complementary around the table. And we, as the lead or one of the followers, will try and understand what you need from us. We're really good at, strategy, product, customer acquisition lifecycle. My partner Charles is he's one of the experts in terms of mobile gaming, mobile user acquisition, mobile monetization, social gaming in general. And so there's a lot of things that we're really good at, and we'll be able to sort of play an important, not so important, or sort of point-to-point sort of role, depending on what you need us to do. Because the last thing that we need is to feel that we're important to you because we suck a lot of your time. Because you're here to build a company, you're not here to hang out with us. And unfortunately, some early-stage entrepreneurs or early entrepreneurs or sort of the first-timers forget that. It's not because you hang out with your investors a lot that you actually spend your time wisely. So you have to figure out what you need us for. The best thing is when I get an email or a call from one of my CEOs saying, I need this from you, and here's the paragraph I'm going to give you so that you can introduce me to those 2 guys, or can we spend like 10 minutes to discuss that one question? It's very sort of focused. It can be done really, really quickly, and we can therefore add value in increments of 5 to 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So it's we try and establish those rules early on, and that's one of the reasons why we try and invest a lot in the Valley and in a few clusters, is that a lot of that non-written communication you actually get right by spending time with people. And so we get tremendous value by just having our guys hang out with us. We go hang out with them, and for the ones who are in Boulder or New York or whatever, we get a lot of value of hanging out with them. So this sort of hand-to-hand combat is really important.